Hello, freaks! Good to see y'all again. If you voted on the community poll for which video would come first, I'm sorry if you were disappointed with the results, but it's okay. We're doing the Splatoon countdown now. And I really wanted to do this list specifically because I feel like everyone has their favorite idol group, everyone has their favorite songs from each idol group, but I wanted to rank them. And I decided we're not going to do every single song that each idol group has done, but I do think we're going to be able to pick our top 10 today. So let's get started, but first let's rule out some things and put some ground rules on it. So, the rules. Rule number 1, at least one idol has to be present. So this does include character themes, but it has to be at least one idol in the song. Rule number 2, no collabs. And unfortunately that means anything with dead fish is going to be out of the question. Idol originals only, that's what we're doing here. Then, rule number 3, no fan songs. That would be a whole nother list on its own. And rule number 4, the final rule, songs must have complete versions. So basically, no demos, no little sneak peeks of things. It has to be a full song. So other than that, I think we're ready to go. So, number 10, Ink Me Up. Ah yes, where it all started, and where the Splatfest vibes truly began. This tune may be short, but the way it bounces and uses background vocals is absolutely infectious. No matter how many times the Squid Sisters use the key of A major, it always seems to work. They make it work. Beyond that, the layering of the synths keeps the energy up, making use of octaves, and it's over a constant beat. So yeah, I really think this song is a great place to start at number 10 with, because it honestly marks a pretty big shift in Splatoon's gameplay as it introduced the Splatfests in Splatoon 1, but also it very much made it feel like each Splatfest was very special. It's where it basically became the first theme you think of when you think of a Splatfest theme, unless you go to your favorite, that is. Number 9, Fins in the Air. Fins in the Air seems like the mid-song of Deep Cut, and it might be on the surface level, but that's actually what I thought when I first heard it, though I changed my mind. The song slowly started to impress me more and more as I listened to it and re-listened to it. The way the song floats in and out of major and minor so effortlessly, while remaining to feel happy and free, it never gets old. As Shiver hits the high notes on the chorus, and Fry and Big Man ground the song with their low but energetic backing vocals, everything feels like it fits together perfectly. And gosh, is this song fun to sing on your own when you get to switch between Shiver and Fry's parts. So fun. Number 8, Anarchy Rainbow. When the trailers for Splatoon 3 first dropped, there's a reason why Deep Cut took everyone's expectations by storm. No matter what you thought of the character designs, Anarchy Rainbow had so much character, and it had every reactor dancing in their seats. The empowering mix of Japanese, Brazilian, and samba music, the song made the in-game festivals feel like real festivals. Seriously, I can almost smell and taste the street vendors that would be present in this kind of music atmosphere, you know. It truly feels like it's not just an outdoor concert, it feels like a community get-together, and it truly feels like people, the citizens of the Splatlands, are truly coming together to have fun, all as a group, and the music is just supporting that in the background. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's not an insult or anything. A good festival, a good outdoor party needs music as the backbone to bring people together. So you can go in and out of dancing along and also just socializing with people. And this is coming from an introvert. This makes me want to go out. Number 7. Eban Flo. Yeah, there's definitely a reason why Off the Hook always ends their live concerts with this song. The call and response between Pearl and Marina at the beginning is the perfect intro and loop point. Not to mention how the chorus makes us really feel the use of repeating the melody just enough, but not overstaying its welcome. There's a reason also why it's used for so many things in terms of the story. Eban Flo has history behind it, as it's basically pretty much the first song that Pearl and Marina wrote together, starting out with a demo, but we're looking at the finished product here. And that finished product is pretty awesome. I love the way that Marina and Pearl rap and sing together over each other at times. For some people it might be a bit grating on the ears because you really want to focus on one part, but I think they come together very well. It never feels too much like Pearl is doing too many complex bars over Marina's singing. It feels very natural, the back and forth. So, yeah. Number 6. Bomb Rush Blush and Tide Goes Out. These were the first solo songs we got, and they did not disappoint at all. We all thought they were going to be cute one-off singles, but they came back and made themselves an essential part of this story in the story of Splatoon 2. Bomb Rush Blush encapsulates Callie's adorable energy, while The Tide Goes Out has the chill vibe Marina exudes all the time. These two character songs truly set them apart and made each and every fan fall in love with the idols even more. And definitely it doesn't hurt that a lot of people's first introduction to it was the live concert. And wow, do those live versions go so hard. Each time I think about it, I don't just think about how it incorporates itself into the final boss of Splatoon 2. It also really feels like these two characters have been brought to life and you can picture them in the studio writing their own pieces. And it truly also feels like they have a general respect for each other. Despite the fact that the energy levels are different, you can see how they would easily mesh together because of the way they intertwine in the way each line flows. Number 5. Till Death Do Us Part. This song is how solidarity between teammates comes together, and it's pretty much that feeling incarnate. The intense and chaotic rhythms lend themselves to driving the song forward, and almost feels like it doesn't have a loop point. Instead, it feels like a natural progression into a second verse. Despite Shiver and Fry's voices being so distinct, their harmonies sound amazing and can give off a really epic atmosphere. Honestly, there is a reason why this song was memed to death of people going absolute beast mode as soon as they hear it. And there's definitely a feeling when you hear it during the Splatoon 3 Splatfests. There's definitely a feeling of energy and also determination following that song. And as soon as you hear it, you know it's go time. Number 4. Wave Goodbye. Yeah, this one got me so emotional. It's one of those songs you're crying while you're singing it, but you also have the biggest smile on your face. The transitions into the chorus feel as big and as grand as outer space, and Callie and Marie's harmonies have never been so clear. Not only that, but the song truly feels like the Squid Sisters are leaving behind an era, both in the game and in real life. Splatoon 3 marked a big change in how Nintendo views the franchise, and it's almost as if the song is acknowledging the real but heart-wrenching feeling that change is inevitable, but goodbyes don't always have to be bad. Honestly, this song truly feels like it is a goodbye. And even though it's very sad, very bittersweet, you feel like you've accomplished something by the end. And you feel this warm, fuzzy feeling as Callie and Marie make their voices soar over the constant synths. And it's so laid back, but so grand at the same time. Number 3, Into the Light. While the last song was about leaving behind something in a bittersweet way, this song is about leaving behind something unpleasant and experiencing the wonder of something new. As always, Marina's range is astonishing, and her vocals really shine here with her gentle delivery. It truly feels like the beginning of the song is Agent 8 making their way from the deep sea metro into Inkopolis Square for the very first time. And as Pearl, almost more like reading poetry, comes in with her rapping, it truly lends itself to tell a story of freedom and looking towards the future. I feel like a lot of people have a very special place in their hearts for this song because the DLC for Splatoon 2 was such an endeavor to beat. So hearing this at the end definitely makes you feel like all that work you put in, all those times at dying at Girl Power Station, was worth it because Agent 8 gets to be free. Number 2, Calamari Incantation. Wait. I know what you're thinking. How could I possibly have the song that canonically has divine powers in second place? Easy answer is that it almost goes a little too hard. That and the fact that it's used in so many other Splatoon songs as a leitmotif. But also, this song is the perfect hype song and has a ridiculous amount of remix potential. But, however, as hype as it is and as amazing as it feels to sing along to it, it really functions best as a boss theme and not as a song on its own. And that's, again, not an insult. It's the perfect boss song. It's the perfect way to feel like even though you're playing a single-player campaign, that you are fighting for other people. You're fighting not just to save the world, but also you're fighting to save a whole entire generation of like-minded Inklings and Octolings. And beyond that, from the very first game's final boss, the song has consistent energy and is a joy to sing along with. Even though this song is responsible for bringing in a new playable species to the game, it's also something where, because it has those powers and because it has that ancient kind of almost hymn feel, when it's in different versions, that is, I feel like it functions best within the game itself, despite the fact that it's so fun to sing outside of it. Before we get to number 1, it's time for honorable mentions. These were songs that almost made the list and are honestly some of my personal favorites, but I feel like from a musical standpoint, they just weren't enough. But that doesn't mean they're not good. Honorable mentions are Liquid Sunshine, Nasty Majesty, Hide and Sleek, Muck Warfare, Marina Agitando, and Daybreaker Anthem. And the moment you've all been waiting for, number 1, Maritime Memory. When you think of Splatoon music, you usually think of blaring synths, explosive beats, and the occasional bit of heavy metal, right? Despite this, the song that brings me the best memories of Splatoon and encapsulates the feeling of getting into the game is probably Maritime Memory, and it's the end credits of the very first installment in the series. Even though it is so laid back with muted short keys and vocals, the energy is still pulsing underneath. Especially during the transition to the little incantation bit. Hearing the song right after beating the single player of Splatoon 1 for the first time, it gives off a peaceful yet amazing accomplishment feeling that just makes you want to sit back, relax, take a sigh of relief, and enjoy the moment. It truly makes you stay in the present. And as the walls are colored in ink as the credits appear, it all feels like you truly did something different. You truly accomplished something that, despite how popular the games are very unique to you, because you took a chance on this new Nintendo IP. And to me, that's what makes the song special. Not only that, but out of all of the songs on this list, it probably feels like the most of something you would actually hear on the radio. I know it's a Splatoon fan's dream to actually hear something like that in a mainstream setting, and we might never get that. But if we hear a garbled squid voice or octoling voice come on, you can bet everyone's going to be singing along to this. The name's Rock Candy, you can just call me Candy, and that was my top 10 Idol Songs of Splatoon. Thanks for watching.